Hello and welcome to Tea and Tights, the Great British Wrestling podcast for Great British Wrestling. I am the host, the Great British Wrestling Otaku, Mr. Andrew Moore and Eaton Most. And today is a special day because for the first time since we left bodyslam.net, we are hosting the Great British Wrestling Draft. And it's no ordinary draft, it's the post-WrestleMania Great British Wrestling Draft. And I have got a whole host of co-hosts here to draft and team against myself and Big Daddy Dan, the usual co-host. Welcome back, Big Daddy Dan.
Hello, it is good to be back. Lovely to see you, and lovely to see all our wonderful guests here who we're going to beat.
Yes, because me and Dan are going to be teaming up because the Twitter algorithm only allows for like four people on a poll. So if I put a poll out, well, I mean there's five of us. So me and Dan will be teaming up, but I think we know who we want. I'm pretty sure we haven't spoken beforehand, but we telepathic. And of course, we are joined by Mr. Impact, Craig. Is it Mr. TNA now?
It's Mr. Impact with a lowercase I because of the new logo, the old logo, new logo. But yeah, it's still the same old MIC. Excited to be back on. Obviously, been a while since I've really done much. Obviously, kind of involved with the HCW show with DP. So it's nice to be back doing some stuff in terms of podcasting. So thanks for having me back on.
Awesome. I noticed you're doing some previews for the upcoming Impact TNA Rebellion show, so go check that out. We'll give you more time to plug it a little bit later in the show. You just mentioned the HCW show, so Dan from the HCW show, welcome back.
Hello, yes, thank you for having me back once again. I think last time I was here was the Christmas quiz in 2022, I think it was.
Yes. Oh god. We didn't do much in 2023, so it's great to have you back on. We're back semi-regularly doing stuff at the moment, trying to do every 2 weeks, but it's kicking along. But I know you and Rate Wrestle, you've been doing a lot of work on the HCW show recently.
Yeah, we absolutely have. And credit goes mainly to Ray because that guy is an absolute like machine when it comes to going out to shows, reviewing, previewing. I do what I can to support, and I do my own little stuff here and there. I do weekly reviews of NXT as well, along with Craig here. Um, other than that, my involvement is thumbnails. So most thumbnails you see on our channel is my work. And yeah, other than that, that's mainly what I do for the group.
Awesome. And for the first time ever to our show, we have Harley from Real Rasslin.net. How we doing?
Sound not too bad. Just kids are in bed. I've got some paperwork next to me, so I don't forget what I'm doing.
I always see you guys at shows selling merch these days over at Real Rasslin.
Oh, we were at Future Shock all day yesterday.
Awesome. How was the show?
Hmm?
How was the show?
All right. I didn't manage to catch most of it. We had both the kids with us, and the merch was outside the room in a separate little bit. So I didn't manage to catch most of it, but what I saw was great. Caught up with a few people I'd not seen for a bit.
Of course, this is the Great British Wrestling Draft. We will be drafting rosters of 30 people from independent wrestlers. I know you are Mr. TNA, Mr. Impact over there, but I have freed up all the UK talent from Impact Wrestling. They've all been freed up, I'm afraid. So they're all available to sign as just British wrestlers. You're also for 30 rosters, we want at least 15 of them being British, at least half your roster being British. You're also allowed a maximum of like 10 Americans, Japan, well, 10 American, Japan, or Mexicans, or 10 Europeans if you would like some European wrestlers as well. Other than that, we're pretty much everyone's free to draft. We need to figure out a way to decide who's going to go first. And I did find a randomizer on Google. So let me see if I can
All
grab
reliable
one
that
up.
is.
Oh, it was just like a spinny wheel thing. So
In the wheel, make the deal.
yeah, wheel of names. That'll do it. How do I do this? I should have looked into this before starting, shouldn't I?
All right, thankfully Simon took our spinning wheel from the stall home with him yesterday, otherwise I'd have a physical one here.
Andy, so what we got? We'll just have T, HCW.
While he's looking that up,
Real.
where are Real Rasslin going to be this weekend?
This weekend, what's this weekend? I'm trying to. I've not got me. Oh, it's there.
Well,
I had to rearrange my desk yesterday. I'm trying to think of the dates this weekend and what's on. I don't think I'm anywhere for a couple of weeks now, but I do know we've got coming up.
Must be at the Progress Wrestling Show. You guys usually there, aren't you?
Yeah, there'll be some of the other lads will be down there at that. I imagine it's not in a fortnight. We are at Rise on the 4th, Title on the 5th, and Sov Pro on the 6th. I think the plan is.
Sounds like heaven.
Over the bank holiday weekend.
I do love what Sov Pro have been doing recently. They've a company to keep an eye on. All right, so yeah. Apparently here it is. Randomize a wheel, four names on it. Clap to spin. Who's going to get to draft first? Well, apparently it's Mr. Impact will be drafting first.
Doke.
Rigged.
If it was rigged, it'd be me that could go.
Okie doke.
Well, we didn't get first, but we did get second, Dan.
Woohoo!
So remove. Here we go. So last spin of the wheel. Is it going to be HCW or Real Rasslin drafting third? It always goes right to the edge. Here we go. Real will be drafting third.
Woo! Last place. Yeah.
Yes. I have an empty Excel spreadsheet. I can share the screen every now and then so we can, if I can remember how to do that. Does anybody remember how to share screen?
Oh, not at all.
No.
I know Skype. I don't really know this one.
You'll work it out while he's making his choice.
Yeah. I believe so. Craig, you are first, you lucky bugger. Who are you going to be drafting first?
Okay, so my first picks are... I'm going to go straight in with a tag team, and it's got to be the Lyrical Dragon and the youngest in charge, boisterous behavior. It's Darius and Leon Slater.
Excellent first two picks. Darius just had a great year this year, making for GCW, and of course Leon Slater has made his debut now. More than a few shows for Leon Slater over on Impact Wrestling. Has he had a singles match yet, Craig?
No, his upcoming his first official singles match. Obviously, he had the match on the kickoff for Turning Point in Newcastle against Haskins, but his first contracted singles match will be against Myron Reed. At these set of tapings, teaming with ABC against the Rascals on the countdown to Rebellion. So, yeah, it's going to be a bang. And I made a prediction he'll be X Division champion within 1 calendar year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree. Yeah,
it's a hell of a pick. Dan, if you don't mind us for myself picking, then
you've done the work.
I think we should go for Michael Oku and Luke Jacobs,
Yes.
because that is your main event scene right there, stealing RevPro UK's main event. In fact, yeah, actually, they've been announced for the Copper Box show when AEW are in town. It's going to be Luke Jacobs versus Michael Oku for that RevPro UK Championship. That's going to be a banger.
That's going to be a phenomenal match.
Definitely. Michael Oku did a seminar at my gym the other day. And while he was there, he also attempted one of the strongman competitions that we were having, which was grip strength. And he did very respectfully. He came in the middle. Not at the top.
Oh, look at the guns. Remember the days when I used to not rate Michael Oku that highly?
Yes.
Yeah, ate those words.
We've always rated Luke Jacobs highly, though.
Yes, that's very, very true. We have always rated Luke Jacobs very, very highly. Great to see Ethan Allen back soon. Maybe we'll hopefully be able to draft him. We'll see.
You guys see, by the way, the Rev Pro show in Barcelona.
Oh yes.
He lost to what was it Zazaya? Is that his name? Zazaya? It was a really great match from what I've seen of it.
Yeah, it's going to be up on RevPro on demand this week, hopefully. So I've been looking forward to that Luke Jacobs Ika Navarro match. That's supposed to be really good. Harley, it is your pick.
2, yeah.
2 picks, yes. So you can allow for a tag team if you need to.
Maybe a bit later. Now this is where I'm going to throw a complete spanner in the works, because you'll all be thinking like, oh, it'll be, Rev Pro Progress, someone that's main event picture, possibly going to make it big now. Deathmatch. It's me. Deathmatch. So I'm going to go with Big Effing Joe. Games of Death winner for the CZW, what's it called? Drawn a blank.
Tournament of Death.
Tournament of Death winner. That's the one. And I'm going to go with Big Lou Nixon.
Oh, yes. Good pick.
Yeah.
Because he's had a hell of a Mania weekend.
Yeah, part of Bloodsport against Eric Hammer, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bloodsport. He had the Taipei death match in the skate park against Casanova Valentine. Lost the European deathmatch title, but gained it back on technicality that because it's a European title, it can't be lost in the States.
Like it.
Very, very
and
good.
He was on the Eat the Turnbuckles show that Schlack had on, and I think over like 4 days he had 8 matches or something.
Oh,
fair play to the man. Fair play. I know the Bloodsport because he was campaigning for it almost for a little while on Twitter, and I'm glad to see he got it because he deserves it. Obviously, former MMA practitioner, and we say deathmatch wrestler.
Yeah, he's perfect for that show.
North Wrestling NCL alumni as well. Right, Dan, HCW, it is your turn.
Hello. So just to confirm, is this going to be like a snake order, or is it also like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, or etc.?
Ooh, interesting. Okay, put it to vote. So myself and Dan only count as 1 vote. Harley, what do you think? Do you think it should be snake in?
Yeah, I'd do 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the way I always do the fantasy football drafts.
Okay.
It's what I'm used to.
Mr. Impact doesn't like it, I'm sure, because he number 1 is but I do think it is kind of a fair way to do it. So we will agree to it. So Dan, you technically have 4 picks right now. That'll leave us with 4 picks as well. Oh no, that'll leave you with 4 picks as well, Craig, at one point. So you and Dan benefit from it the most.
Mm-hmm. This is why I asked, like HW bias,
Damn it, we should have said no, Dan. Not to bring up Harley, we just screwed ourselves. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm sure.
But those who know me, I've got a very clear bias when it comes to some particular kinds of wrestling. Very much so that I am wearing the merch of a certain team that who are probably my favorite among the Brit Wres scene. So without shadow of doubt, I'm going to be drafting Tiki Cooper and Chop Mambo, Sunshine Machine.
Love it.
You know, the greatest team, Headbutt Messiah, Day Free Bruce Lee. Why not? And then to follow it up, I was going to go with a different route, but seeing a certain name on this list has made me think I might as well go another tag team.
Okay.
So I am going to be going with a team that most of you will be familiar with, and not all of you. One of the better teams of the Brit Wres scene. James Drake and Zach Gibson, Grizzled Young Veterans.
Yeah,
Very nice.
they were in my head. Because, I mean, even if you don't have them as a tag team, both of them are clearly just so talented that you could have them as your main event champion and your like secondary title and a tag team all in one. Grizzled Young Vets, 2-man power trip style.
Yeah, exactly. And same for Sunshine Machine as well. That remember was not well, that last champion it was Rack Cabaret World Champion.
Yeah, right, Cabaret, yeah. I've always liked TK. I think TK Cooper could be a main event star. I really do.
Yeah, absolutely could. Yeah.
Yeah. Back to you, Harley.
So I did promise the boss man that I'd do this one. So I'm going to have to take Emerson Jane.
Nice.
Big one.
Yeah.
Great pick.
You know, DOA winner. She's had some stellar matches earlier in the year at the events I made it to. And
I was at the Big Lou Nix, the Big F and Joe Emerson Jane match at TNT Extreme Wrestling where I got that t-shirt.
I missed that one.
I was
at home with the kids.
It was very, very violent. I was there with my wife. My wife is not a fan of deathmatch wrestling. It was a bit jarring, a bit too much for her. So we didn't watch we didn't watch it. We just took back.
DOA was great, and then Games of Death. She had a few stellar matches. One with Danny Demanto was particularly good. And I mean, going off DOA, I'm going to have to go with one of my mates now. I'm going to pick Tomby.
Tomby.
The other DOA finalist.
I've got to say, Andy, you're saying about your wife not liking death matches. She's got a stronger stomach for death matches than you have.
Yeah, probably. I can understand why people do like it, and I've got nothing wrong with the practitioners that do it. I think they're amazing people. It's something I would never do. But yeah, for me, I love technical wrestling. So Zack Sabre Jr., Bryan Danielson, they're the guys I will typically go to. I do like some high flying wrestling as well.
I can appreciate a good match, but there's something about waking up the next day with a stonking hangover and thinking my shoes don't feel right, and then I'm just sitting there with a spoon picking thumbtacks and glass out the tread of my boots.
Yeah, not my idea. But Big Daddy Dan, you love a bit of deathmatch wrestling.
I do love a bit of deathmatch wrestling. I thoroughly enjoy a bit of deathmatch wrestling, but I'm not choosing deathmatch wrestlers this time. I am going to go for two of the best wrestlers in the UK, who I love watching wrestle each other and love watching wrestling other people. I am going to go with Alex Windsor.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with Lizzie Evo.
Banger.
Yeah. Very nice.
Actually, because that was one of the ones I did forget to mention. We have to have at least 10 women. 2/3 of our roster must at least be women. Number. But
I didn't know that either, guys. This isn't
just to throw that in there with something because we got so many great women's wrestlers in the UK. I think outside of maybe Japan, we have the best women's scene in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, very good shout. Very good shout.
All right, Craig, back to you.
So just so I know, how many picks do I get on this one?
So you get 2, and then you get 2 more.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna have to go with I think I'm gonna pick another tag team. The former Progress Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Charles Crowley, Alexis Falcon, the cheeky little buggers.
Fair enough.
Love
Can't fault
it.
that one.
They have made a splash, especially on Twitter, with their outrageous promos. They have been working really, really hard as a team. You can definitely see that. Although I'm quite glad to see Sanity as tag team champions because I'm a big fan of Sanity. I think they're amazing. Axel Tisker is one of the best wrestlers in Europe and deserves a
Not
big shout
giving them
out.
away before we start.
Shout everyone out. Right, back to you, Mr. Impact.
Cheeky little buggers just are great. But my next pick. See now I'll figure what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to go with the former Progress Atlas champion in Ricky Knight Jr. and member of Northwest Strong, Rio.
Ooh, good pick.
Very nice.
So, does everyone think RKJ is going to end up in AEW?
Yeah.
There's a very strong chance.
At some time, I'm not sure when yet. Did anyone see Zach Knight's debut?
No.
No.
I know he recently did debut though, didn't he? On the actual Collision or something.
Collision was, yeah.
Yeah. Fair play to him. He's an awesome guy and deserves the opportunity. Now it's back to us. I'm gonna go Northwest Strong, Chris Ridgway back in the UK. Back with Retro UK as well. I think he's a phenomenal talent. And as I say, technical wrestling is my jam. So we're gonna have that, and we're gonna complete the Young Guns tag team with Ethan Allen.
Very good.
Great to see Ethan Allen back after so long out.
Mm-hmm.
Harley, back to you.
Well, I'm happy this one's not gone yet with Mr. Impact being here. I'm going to go with one of the gut check winners, Harley Hudson.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter absolutely adores Harley Hudson, so I wouldn't have lived that one down if I didn't. She's got a ring worn shirt and signed Davey 10 on a bedroom wall. I wasn't getting away with that. Let's have a look. Going off Big Lou's Mania weekend, I'm going to have to go for one of the Deathmatch Outlaws that was over with him, Danny Darko.
Very nice choice.
Also had an absolutely stellar weekend.
I think I saw him in the Fatal 4-Way TNT Extreme back in January.
Yeah. The DOA second day thing. Yeah, it was the Sunday. Yeah, he took the kebab skewer ropes bump and pulled about 2 inches of kebab skewer out of his ass after the match. It snapped off at skin level. It was, yeah.
I remember seeing him against Jack Bennett at Kumate's show in April.
Is that the syringes through the nose one?
That's the one.
Yeah.
That was my first time seeing like Deathmatch Wrestling live as well. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's what death matches do to you. Dan, HCW.
So I've got 4 again, right? Because it's the format we're doing. So I am going to go with a team that I'm surprised no one's gone for yet, or if they have, I missed it. I'm going to go with the team of Michel actually on here before I say it. I'm sure I saw them earlier. There we go. Yeah. Um, Mark Andrews and Morgan Webster, Subculture, and Danny Luna being the third point and the third pick for out of the four here. So the entirety of Subculture.
So you are all three members of Subculture: Danny Luna,
Yeah.
Flash Morgan, and Mark Andrews.
Yeah. And the fourth pick is going to be a little bit different, but again, those who know me know my natural affinity for this person. Some say you go onto Google, you type in the greatest professional wrestler to ever, to walk planet Earth. The name Tate Mayfairs will appear. I have done this. I can confirm it.
It's true.
So that's what my fourth pick is. The greatest professional wrestler to ever walk planet Earth. Tate Mayfairs.
Tateness is
It's
greatness, and I think we all know that. So definitely respectable picks there. We're back to you over at Harley. Great picks with Subculture as well. I'm sure Mr. Impact is a bit he's like
Yeah.
No,
This is not a sound, so I was surprised not picked it before.
Danny Luna is just phenomenal. She's had a hell of a year.
Yeah.
So for those of you that weren't at the last TNT shows, it going off big time. I've got Big Joe and Emerson Jane that were in the main event, but that main event was interrupted by the return of Drew Parker.
Yes, it was.
So Drew Parker. And let's have a gander. That's what I got on my list.
First ever British Japanese deathmatch heavyweight champion in Drew Parker. Great pick.
Oh, yes. And so many good names on it. I'm going to go with Scott Oberman.
Ooh,
Nice.
Very good.
Former member of Northwest Strong. Over in Atomic, hasn't he been taking out all the members of Northwest Strong?
Yeah, he's the I think last week he won their title.
It's a young man. I think he's somebody I saw a few years ago. It was against Cameron Solis at Wrestle Island. That's where he really started to notice Scott. I was like, this guy's got something. So it's good to see him starting to make waves again on the scene. Dan, who are we picking this time? Your choice.
Oh, I just thought of somebody else. I've just agreed something with Andy, and I just thought of something else as well.
Quickly send it across.
Okay, quickly send it across and see whether he appreciates it or not. And if he goes, does he know who they are? Which could be even worse.
It's a toss-up. I could go with either of the two options you've given me there, or actually any of the three that you mentioned. So
all right,
I'm gonna let you go.
We have had one tag team that we have had on multiple times on our show. We've followed these young gentlemen for many a year, and it's very depressing because I've got children older than them. It's going to be CPF. We're close personal friends, and I'm going to go with Danny Black and Just Joe Lando.
Very nice.
Great. Such amazing young talent. They just lost the UKPW tag team titles. I know that, but they are still the Banger Zone Wrestling tag team champions over in, I think, Banger Zone in Belgium and France. TNT Extreme are doing a show with them.
Yeah,
next
TNT over in Belgium next weekend, and then they're over in Liverpool the 1st and 2nd of June.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm not going to Super Strong Soul 16 this year, because it was either that show with Banger Zone in for TNT or Super Strong Style 16 because they're so close to each other. And I just went, you know what? I've been a fan of Banger Zone. I watched their shows on Triller TV, formerly Fight TV. So I'm like, I'm not going to miss a chance to see some of the performers I've been watching live. So I'm going to be at both of those shows, all 4 shows actually. It's going to be a great weekend.
Oh, cool! I'll see you there because we'll have to stall somewhere in the venue because I've not been to the new venue yet.
Not as good as the old venue.
Yeah, I really like the hangar.
Yeah, the hangar is really good. The Fusion, it's not so good. They've got these hanging lights. They've got a shortened ring, but you know they still put on great shows. And as I say, so yeah, big fan of the Danny Black and Just Joe Lando. As you say, even from like our early podcasts, like what would it be, 2020?
I don't know. I was very drunk.
Very drunk. But
Very.
yeah, around that time. So yeah, good picks. Craig, your turn.
So back to 1 but 2 wrestlers, correct?
So you get 2 picks and then 2 more picks.
Okay. So
As I say, you do benefit from the
yeah.
snake. So you and Dan do.
So my first pick, I'm going all in with total non-stop action, but just became free agents. The Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin.
Very nice.
Pick number 1. And then
Excellent.
I've got to go with the bad girl, Chantel Jordan.
Oh, great.
And I'm going to go with Chantel Jordan and Amira.
Nice, yeah, Amira. She adds so much value to Michael Oku. She makes Michael Oku an even bigger star. So she's still going to be valeting for Michael Oku on our side. And I don't know if any of you saw her doing ring announcing for Pro Wrestling Eve.
I've not seen it yet.
He was
I need to see
freaking
that.
amazing. She was awesome as a doing the ring announcing for yeah, oh god, it was Pro Wrestling Eve. She did a great job. And I know at Purpose Wrestling, I think she almost hit a muscle buster on one
Yeah.
of the Sunshine Machine. One of them, I don't know which one. But she has hit it successfully. She did post a Twitter video of it, so good pick on Amira there.
I believe it was Mambo. It might have been Chuck Mambo. Yeah.
I think TK was trying to reply with a Steenalizer.
No, don't bring that move back. There's one move that shouldn't come back. It's that move. That was right. Well, we mentioned a move that can injure people, but I'm gonna draft 2 people who are currently out on the injured list, but they are main event stars, and it's just going to be great to have both of them back when they are back, hopefully. And that is Cara Noir and Leighton Buzzard.
Very nice.
Very good. Leighton.
El Capitan.
Yeah, it's such a shame that he got injured recently. He's such an amazing talent. We had him on the show before he went to Japan, back when I was still doing interviews, and such a great person to talk to as well. And it was great to see him have a great trip in Japan and come back. And no longer working with ICW though, because he's moved back home to Bristol so he could work for Pro UK full time. So fair play to him. But Cara Noir, I don't think there's been an update for a while. I'm sure he's going to be back soon. So, you know, main event level talent anytime he's back. So we're going with Cara Noir.
Fingers crossed he's back soon.
Indeed. Harley, is back to you.
I'm going to go tag team this time. I'll take Troy Ryan and Anderson Daniels. Meat Wagon.
Ooh,
Fun. Fair.
a nice
Great
one.
pick.
2 big, absolute muscle. So it's Troy Ryan and Anderson Daniels, isn't it?
Yeah. Anderson Daniels took me out of action for the love of wrestling for about a week.
How do you manage that?
I'd had a good few to drink, and I was watching the Rumble match that they had on after the Saturday.
Mm.
We were all stood at like the top of a little set of stairs, and Ken Shamrock walked past. Well, I'm gonna go have a talk with Ken Shamrock, and then someone ran past us. Obviously, there'd been some sort of shenanigans in the match, and he'd run past, nearly took out one of my kids with the mum and everyone at the top of the stairs. So I went, oh, that was close. Walked over and go, is everything all right? And something in my head went, what was he running away from?
Oh.
I would not want to be tackled by one. Yeah.
I was all right when it happened. He like helped me up. He's like, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine, mate. And then I woke up the next day. I'm like, why can't I move? Why does everything hurt?
Is it one of them was a former powerlifter and the other one was a former UK American football player?
Yeah. Yeah, the big lads.
Big
Yes, they
lads. Is it the meat wagon or are they?
Yeah, the meat wagon.
That's the one.
Got a meat wagon t-shirts from yesterday somewhere behind me, actually.
And you still bought that t-shirt afterwards. Meat wagon.
That's a pretty nice t-shirt.
It is. It is.
Right, Dan, back to you.
Yeah, so I've noticed my list is a bit male heavy. So
yes, Danny Luna is your only
my only female in the group. So I've got to, rectify that. So going off some of the names here that haven't been taken yet. I'm very surprised this has been taken yet out of these. Two actually, really. So I'm gonna go with Sapphire Reed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Kanji.
Nice.
I am going to go with Miyu Yamashita.
Oh.
Nice.
And my final pick is going to be it's going to be a man, so kind of ruins the aspect of what I was going for before. But arguably one of the greatest heels in British wrestling, the Vulture himself, Spike Trevay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm kicking myself for not picking Spike Trevay. I mean, just what a heel. Just one of the best heel talents anywhere in the world right now. Just keeps improving in the ring each time as well. So yeah, great.
Yeah, it's good to see him as well, like outside of Progress, because I assumed he was just going to be there, and then he wasn't, and he was like, "Oh, let you do pro now." That's really cool.
I think we talked about it. Do you think Spike Trevay actually had the best Progress Heavyweight Championship run?
It's up there.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about best because I only just like considered all the evidence in the past, but off the top of my
When
head,
you look at the longevity and the two major rivalries that he had, Cara Noir and Kid Lycos. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some great reigns in Progress, but I think for me, Spike tips it. So yeah, great pick. And
I think as well, like, I'll say I think it's quite unique as well how he won the title, because most people win the title through just winning the match, like a very standard match. He won the title by cashing in his key on who was it about? Jesus,
Big Damo and Dan Maloney. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he cashed it in then and he won it there and then, like a sort of Money in the Bank sort of thing. So I thought it was quite rare to like the Brit Wres scene rather than non-mainstream, to put it that way.
Yeah, and then he, as you say, he went on that Kid Lycos rivalry again, probably one of the best rivalries from Progress in a long time. But Kanji, amazing Progress Wrestling Women's Champion at one point as well. Great pick. Sapphire Reed is got to be one of the best young talents in the UK right now. Pro Wrestling Eve champion for a hot minute until Nina Samuel screwed her out of it. They've got a big so she's on a whole thing in Pro Wrestling Eve where she hates all the sort of like the women in their 30s right now. So it's going to they're going to be having a big what's that matchup? War game style matchup in a steel cage. It's Sapphire Reed's team of so far ZZ and Maya Matthews going against LA Taylor, Sky Smithson,
it's
Session Moth Martina,
and Nightshade, isn't it?
And Nightshade there. So yeah, that's going to be a hell of a main event for Pro Wrestling Eve. Harley, back to you.
All right, this is another one from my daughter. I'm going to have to take Lana Austin.
Lana Austin. I know that disrupts one of mine in Dan's communications there.
And I might. See, I'm half and half now. You know what? With me taking Drew Parker, I'm going to have to take his opponent in his original retirement match, Clint Margera.
Oh, very nice.
I like Clint.
Nice.
Clint's awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Dan, over to you for us.
Well, I'm amazed they're still available, so I'm going to grab them while I can. She-Wolves.
Oh,
Right.
I can't believe let them slip.
I know Molly has been out of action for a while. I'm not sure. I just haven't seen her on the ICW feed recently, so I'm not sure. I stopped watching the ICW for a little while, so I'm not sure what she's doing. I'm not even sure she's moved out to the States to be with her partner. So, but yeah, if that certainly Casey's back from injury now, she looks great, and if Molly Sparta's just out with injury at the moment, absolutely two great picks there, Dan. Our women's division is shaping up very, very nicely. Craig, over to you for your next four.
So, I mean, I'd want to have drafted all of them, but into the three, but I'll stick with two. LA Taylor and Sky Smithson.
Nice. Because you can have them as a tag team as well, can't you?
And then I think I'm going to have to go with Minoru Suzuki.
Oh, good pick. He is currently a free agent. He is a hired gun right now. Just turning up wherever he feels like it, because nobody's going to say no to him.
Exactly.
That is accurate, yeah.
And my fourth pick.
Yep. Sorry, yeah.
Went insanely viral in WrestleMania weekend because if you say his name, he'll appear. Joe Hendry.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the European market, but they've both very recently shown up at Rev Pro UK on the Rumble show and the Southampton show, and that is Mike DiVecchio, who did win the male TNA gut check, so hopefully he'll be popping up in there soon, and Gil Blanc, I think he's such a phenomenal talent. First saw him with WXW. Obviously, he's gone out to All Japan Wrestling for a spell. He did some work with Big Japan Pro Wrestling while he was out there. Obviously, the French wrestling scene as well, and the Belgian wrestling scene. He is usually on a Banger Zone wrestling show. So maybe we'll see him on the TNT shows. So, but I'm a big fan of both these guys. So I'm gonna that's my two picks for this round.
Very nice.
Very good.
Harley.
I'm gonna go Nina Samuels
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
and Leah Raven.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Future Shock champion. Great young
And
talent.
Odyssey Women's Champion as well.
Odyssey Women's champion as well, where wrestling is still real because it is in Morecambe.
Mhm.
So yeah, definitely gonna think, yeah, great pick. Leah Raven, I'm sure she's gonna break out further soon enough. Nina Samuels is just amazing. Her run on NXT UK. I think she was so underutilized on NXT UK because she holds how many championships across the Brit Wres scene right now?
Oh, it's ridiculous. I
Top
don't care.
10.
It's like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Everybody needs more Nina.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it is Dan, HCW.
Hello. So, been staring at this list for a few times now, going back and forth over it, thinking who do I prioritize here because I don't want to risk them getting stolen.
Yeah.
But I settled on this group here because I see this as like a brand, like a brand warfare sort of situation where we're all GMs.
Yeah.
So I am looking to build the future. Hence why I have people like Tate Mayfair, Sapphire Reed, etc. I have some younger guys in there that are gonna, keep the vision going. So with that in mind, two young lads who I've seen wrestle live a few times and have really impressed me. The Teens of Attitude, or formerly known as Teens of Attitude, Kieran Lacey and Mark True.
Nice.
Yeah. I used to call them the Power Rangers because of the Teens with Attitude line.
You're old.
Because I'm old, yes. Because I'm old, yes. You got two more picks?
Yes. Who was I want to go with? I had a name here earlier. Where's it gone? Should have wrote this down earlier. There it is. So I'm gonna go with Millie McKenzie.
Oh.
Drat.
And surprised this guy didn't go when Oku was mentioned earlier, but Connor Mills.
Ooh. I'm actually surprised you didn't go with Charlie Morgan.
I was leaning towards that. I was
Sorry, Charlie Evans, Medusa Complex.
Evans,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh, yeah,
was expecting it.
I didn't even see her name on it.
I think I listed her in the Americans US. Of course, she is Australian, but I
Oh, you did, yeah.
didn't
My
have
bad,
a
yeah.
section for Australians. There is a lot of talent out there because you got the Velocities, Mitch Waterman, who was on RevPro UK earlier. I think late last year.
And this does bring us to halfway through our draft.
Yes, we are at the
Ooh.
halfway point of the draft.
Nice.
And it is Harley's turn.
Just checking against this, but apparently they're both on the same side of the sheet. Right. Well, I'll go for another tag team then. Temple of Malum.
Oh, yep.
Oof.
Rob Drake.
Rob Drake and Isaac North.
They have been causing a scene at TNT Ignition shows. But yeah, Isaac North is huge.
Yeah.
And Rob Drake is also huge. They are
Yeah.
just two huge things. Not much else I can say about them. So I think that'll do. Big Daddy Dan for us. Who we getting this time?
We're getting a tag team from United Wrestling of two people that have been fighting each other and decided they're going to go together instead. We're having the Dogs Bollocks. Kira Chimera and Scotty Rourke.
Excellent pick.
I love that team name.
Which reminds me, Kira Chimera owes me 2 beers now.
They've both been doing really well with IWM Wrestling, Milton Keynes and Hastings shows very recently. Both of them have been used quite often. And Kira Chimera also the UKPW Women's Champion for United Kingdom Pro Wrestling. So good pick.
She's terrifying.
She is. I know they had a match against the cheeky little buggers in France. I think it was for Reeks Wrestling, one of the French promotions. Anyway, it is to you, Craig.
Halfway, I think I've kind of got to go a name, but also at the same time someone for the future. So I think I'm going to go with the Mancunian stallion, Tom Thelwell, and Robbie X.
Robbie X.
Robbie X. I nearly put bloody 4 X's. Yes, Robbie X. An amazing talent. Just, I can't believe he's not in the Super Juniors again this year.
It's just getting ridiculous now. Like, he should be everywhere. You know, I saw his match was against Mustafa Ali, and wow, like as if we didn't know Robbie X was that good. It just
it's
so
mind-boggling. Yeah, he's just an amazing talent.
So good.
Back to you, Craig. Still, your next two picks.
Okay. See, now I think I'm gonna have to go with. Oh, it is quite a tough one. Just figuring this all out, but I think I'm gonna have to go back to the States and go with Ali Catch. And along with Ali Catch, Hollywood Haley J.
Oh,
nice.
I assumed you're going down a different route, so I had someone's highlighting
it. I was halfway written Effie.
Yeah.
I hung on.
It was I nearly went with Effie, but I thought I need to continue building the women's division a little bit more.
And that's a good building.
Yeah.
And Andy and I have just spotted some people that have been missed out, and we can't believe it.
Yeah, so we're going to grab them now, and that is Kid Lycos and Kid Lycos 2.
Oh,
yeah, I saw them.
How?
I don't know how they've gone this long without being drafted, but yeah, they are being drafted now, Kid Lycos and Kid Lycos 2. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Harley.
I'm going to have to go a couple of younger lads, so I'm going to take Jack Harrop, Iceman's son. If you've seen either of the death matches he had with his dad last year.
Jack Havoc?
Harrop. Harrop.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah. It was Rise's first and second place match of the year, the 2 matches he had with his dad. They were incredible. And I'm going to take Jack Critchlow.
That lad has got a mouth on him.
He does. He does. I had a good laugh with him yesterday at Future Shock.
Yeah, he's. I saw it. Well, last 2 TNT Ignition shows, he's been on the mic and then getting. He is a heat magnet, and I think he's got a bright future of being a heat magnet.
Was it DOA Drew Parker appeared and just light tubed him when he was gobbing off?
He's brilliant at gobbing off, though. So he gets. Where are we? We are with Dan from HCW.
Hello. So I have just spotted a couple of people on here that I am a big fan of. I'm surprised no one's gone for them yet. So let me find the names again, so I'm not sure I'm in there right. So I'm gonna go with Mustafa Ali.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go with Mike Bailey. I'm
Yeah.
going to go with Leo Rush.
Oh, he's just cleaning up now, isn't he?
And a bit controversial, but I'm only taking one half of this team. Ace Austin.
Oh,
Are they still Bollock Club?
Not
uh,
really.
like there's no mention of it. They're too sweet, but that's about all you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they just go by ABC now, don't they, when they're
Yeah,
together?
Mm-hmm.
but they looks like they're splitting up soon.
Yeah, I'm sure they. But yeah, big fan of both of them. So we'll see if his partner remains undrafted for long.
Can I get a very swift recap if I nip to the toilet?
Yes.
I am busted.
Yeah, so we might maybe just when you come back, you'll have 4, I guess.
Yeah, I'll only be a sec.
Oh, you right. Right. I guess it's time to just chat a little. Yeah, I can't believe Kid Lycos and Kid Lycos 2 went undrafted for so long. So I'm glad we picked them up.
Yeah, I
I mean, I saw the name there earlier, but part of me was like, I can't ignore the other names I've got here. So it was just choosing Lycos or choosing the others I've chosen. So
yeah, I had them up on my list, but I didn't go to them. Like, why didn't I go to them? Like, they're right there, and now I'm just gonna try and go through and figure out who I can replace them with because tall order.
So here we go, guys. Let's do an honourable mention from either WWE or AEW. You got one pick each British as an honourable mention. Who would you go for?
Oh,
so again, sorry, the category?
that
It's hard because the
yeah.
2, if I could draft 2 and I had the first round pick draft and I knew I could get him, it'd be Will Ospreay and Gunther.
Oh,
Easy. It would be. What about you, Dan? Then it would be if you could, if you had first round pick. Which 2 people would you get from AEW and WWE, British or European?
I'd probably go Gunter, absolutely. On the other side of that, maybe Sheamus.
Interesting. Mr. Impact.
yeah, I think I'd have to go with from AW. I think I have to go with Mariah May, and
Okay.
from the WWE, uh, it is a tough one, but I think I have to go with the bruiserweight Pete Dunne.
Which is exactly who I would have gone with from WWE and
Yeah,
from AEW.
yeah, the bruiserweight's doing really good as well. The producing of the speed matches, it's
Yeah.
all come together. Should have been tag team champions over A-Town Down Under, but
Damn right.
All right. So
But
Harley,
now,
the question was, who would be the first? Who would you pick? For if you had first round pick from an AEW or WWE, British or European, if you could pick any 2, if you had first round picks.
But that's to be Gunther because, yeah. I mean,
There we go.
there's no denying that at all.
I think Gunther wins overall. He's been picked by the most of us.
It's hard to say anyone else but him, really.
Yeah.
and Dragonov didn't come off once.
No.
Oh god, yeah. Just so many great talents, so that's why. Okay, Harley, who are your official picks?
Right. I was thinking about this while I was having a run, and now I'm looking at my list again. My brain melted a bit. I'm going to take Brett Semtex,
Yeah.
which with Lou Nixon, I round out British top team.
Cool.
And what's on the list? I'll take Alexander. I'll take Chase Alcala.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
My wife is
Great
happy that
choices.
he's no longer wearing the waiter's outfit. And that is a true story. Big Daddy Dan is back to us, isn't it?
It is.
We need to round out the women's division, and I think you're right with these two names. So it's going to add one to our women's division, which is Jordine Grace.
I love how every time someone says someone TNA related, this is Impact's like Craig's like, damn it.
And we're taking her partner, Jonathan Gresham. Because Jonathan Gresham is, I've always
Can
been
you
a
read
big
my
fan.
mind? Like, they were my next picks.
Well done, Big Daddy. That was on you.
I was really, really lucky and got to meet Gresham at one of the Progress shows a couple of years ago. And I have never seen so much defined muscle on such a small gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
It's amazing. It's like they've crammed a skeleton into him. Like,
But the thing is, as well, it's strength muscle. It's not bodybuilding muscle. He can do stuff that is just it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really like that.
Like, was that the first husband and wife pairing of the draft?
So was that? Yes, I think it was on the last one we did. That would be
Well, so I've got Lana Austin and Rob Drake, if that counts, because they're a couple.
They are, yeah.
No,
the power couple of Progress at the moment.
Very much so.
You've got two more picks. Oh no, Craig, it is your pick. It is. So yeah, you've got 4 picks, haven't you?
See, now I'm struggling. I think I've got to try and choose a tag team, but it's who, or do I go with? So I think I'm gonna have to go with I'm struggling here now.
Yeah, it starts to get difficult around here.
Because it's who's gone, and let's see if he's. I can't see it. Okay, I'm gonna go. Once again, I'm gonna go back to TNA, and I'm gonna select. I'm gonna select the current TNA World Tag Team Champions, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers. Trust the system.
Eddie Edwards. Brian Myers.
I think are going to lose the tag team titles at Rebellion to Mike Bailey and Trent Seven. But we'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting. Well, Speedball Mountain, they're calling themselves, aren't they?
It's insane how quickly that got over. Like, it was just a crowd chant, and then that was it. That's what they're going to do.
Well, you do have 2 more picks.
Isn't Speedball gone?
Yep.
Oh, yes,
gone,
he is, yeah.
He's right here.
Trent's still available.
That. Okay, so I think I'm going to go back to the women's division for a second, and I'm going to pick up Marsha Slamovich.
Oh, you bugger.
Yeah, that was my next pick. I was so hoping you wouldn't.
That's fine. That throws me a bone to get this ball to get that one instead.
And to finish off this pick, or this round of picks, I'm gonna go with let's go with Amir Jordan.
Great pick.
Where's Amir Jordan? There he is.
All right. Back to me and Dan.
I've just sent you one.
Yeah, and I totally agree. And we're going to stop them. We're going to stop Craig from doing MK Ultra by taking Killer Kelly, because that it was going to be Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly. But since we can't have Masha,
You didn't. That was my next pick.
we've got Zaya Brookside as well.
Which means we got Guy Brookside and Lizzie Evo in the wonderful tag team.
Yeah, we could. Absolutely could. Bring him back to their NXT UK days. Harley, your turn.
I'll take Lucy Sky.
Nice.
Nice
TNT
choice.
Ignition champion right now. Oh no, former
No,
TNT Ignition
former.
champion.
Just
yes,
lost it.
she did just lose
At
it to
the show that I wasn't at.
Yeah.
The one I missed.
They're going to be on demand soon. Apparently, they're going to be on the Progress. But they've been promising that for a while.
I'll catch it on there at some point. I'll have to pick some of my mates here, aren't I? Be nice. I'll go with Casey Payne.
So KC Payne, is that K?
KC capitals Payne, Payw.
Casey Payne. Sorry,
Casey
yeah.
Payne. Yeah.
Yes, big man, Violent Gentleman Society.
That's the one. Shares a
Frank
name
Richards.
with one of the groomsmen at my wedding, who's called Casey Payne.
There we go.
Looks nothing like him though. My mate's a little ginger fella.
All right, Dan, HCW, your turn.
So this time I'm prepared and actually marked down the ones I'm going to go for, rather than me just scanning the entire list again. So I have gone for the team of Violence is Forever, Dominic Guarini and Kevin Koo.
Yep, Dominic.
And for the other two, I've gone with some more women, try and bolster out that a bit more, with Shiori and
So
Mizuki Watase.
you just mean Mizuki. Mizuki Watase is a male.
Oh, is it not? I think it's someone else then, I think.
I mean, are you
DPW
thinking of
champion.
Miyu Watanabe?
No, wait a minute, let me double check because
It's Miyu Watanabe. Is the current champion of TJPW. Mizuki is a former champion and used to be partnered with the magical girl Yuka Sakazaki. But Mizuki Watase is a freelancer, but he's been trained by Shigehiro Irie, and he was at the World Tag Team Festival last year.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Miyuki Takase, the DPW Women's Champion.
It's Watanabe who's the current. So it's Miyu Watanabe.
Fair enough. Okay, that was a span of my work.
I think. Let me well, why don't we bring up Cage Match? Such a great resource. TJPW.
All right, this is who I'm. Is there a chat here? Here we go. This is who I'm on about. Because that's what I thought it was in the list, but clearly not.
So who is it? Is
So
it the current champion
of DPW, which is what I thought it was at the time, but it's not. Don't worry. I'll change that one.
Is the current champion of Tokyo Joshi Pro is Miyu Watanabe.
And a bloody good pick.
And a bloody good pick
Yeah.
if you wanted to pick.
I wasn't going to go for her, but thinking about it, I will go with her, Miyu Watanabe.
It's a really good choice.
Yeah, she had a good show in on the couple of GCW shows.
Yeah, it was just a case of I think she was going to be in my next two rounds, something like that, but just not at this point.
Yeah. And then there's Mizuki who used to team with Yuka Sakazaki as the the magical sugar rabbits.
That's a team, yeah.
What a
some
name.
weird name like
Such
that.
a great name.
I'm not making it up. It's a true thing. Is the Magical Sugar Rabbit,
I'm just
or
looking at my
somewhere
bottle of
around
whiskey,
that.
wondering what I've been drinking.
Their current tag team champions are called Daisy Monkey.
Well, the new company that's announced today is called Marigold.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Rosie, former Stardom. Yeah. So some excellent choices there. Right. Are we still on, Dan, or are we No, we're back to Harley now.
Cool. Has anyone taken Session Moth yet?
Nope.
No.
Oh, Session Moth. And I'm gonna go international for one because I don't think I have yet. And I'm gonna take Mickey Knuckles.
Oh, nice.
Nice, yeah.
Has anyone seen the clip of the XPW show?
The fucking Cat Martini up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna go to Japan and we're gonna go to DDT. And we're gonna take the current champion, Mao, and the legend of all legends, Yoshiko. Yes, that's
Okay.
right. We're going to have the training doll.
Why not?
That's the type of promotion we're running.
Because probably more over than half the people.
Oh, yeah,
Probably.
that's actually true. British wrestling
Yeah, it's
fans
not a
would
bad
chant
shout.
forever, wouldn't they?
Speaking of which, did you see the New Japan lightweight title won the heavy metal title the other day?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that was DDT.
Brilliant.
The
Absolutely
IWGP.
brilliant.
Oh, DDT are mad. Of course, for people, Pro Wrestling Noah and NJPW talents were off limits because they are more contracted. DDT tend to work with a lot of people, so we allow DDT performers as well as other freelancers. So that's that was the rules there for that one. Craig, what are you thinking?
Oh, let's just take a look at what I need. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go and potentially finish my women's division off here. I'm going over to Japan and I'm taking Maki Ito. Going to then take. Let's go for. Oh, it's getting down to it. It's becoming a bit more difficult.
It does get difficult at this time.
Yeah, so
Got to start looking at the young talent, haven't you? Oh,
yeah.
there's some good experienced talent still available, if you think about it.
Okay, I'll go for
heavyweights out there.
I'll go for Maki Ito and Debbie Keitel.
Yeah.
Go for I want to go for a tag team here. Realistically, trying to see who's available, but again, it's a tough one. So I also go for. I'm going to finish again. Potentially finish my tag division here. I'm going to go with some rascals in Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz.
Trey Miguel is an absolute star.
Very nicely there at the bottom of that column.
Didn't notice them the first time around. Glad I did now.
I think we need to finish off our women's division. So I'm going to go with somebody with a lot of experience and great, amazing talent, underrated in a lot of ways, and that is Ivy.
Love Ivy.
Low Ivy, obviously part of the Decibels with Lana Austin on Self Pro and Pro Wrestling Eve, but somebody doesn't get enough shout. And I'm going to go at the opposite end of the spectrum for a young, up and coming talent, and that is Maya Matthews.
Very nice.
Very nice, yeah.
And that should round out our women's division.
Does indeed.
So that leaves us with, yeah, right down to the last picks now, aren't we? So Harley.
And right, if my count's right, I need 2 more women.
What was the minimum again? 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to work on that.
Yeah. So I'll take Lily Winter.
Oh, good pick, Lily Winter.
Nice.
And I'll go international and take Tara Zep.
Sorry, what was that? Tara?
Tara Zep.
How am I spelling that one?
Tarazep.
ZEP. Cool. Dan from HCW.
Just making notes of who's not free. So I need to round out my women's division because I did not realize I'd not got that many women. So let's go with Konami.
Great choice.
Yeah, she had a
Jody
great
Brett. So
Jody Frett. And you have Danny Luna, so you've got the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions there.
mm-hmm.
But Konami, she had that amazing match with Masha Slamovich for Pro Wrestling Eve. It's only available on their members one though, but it's a great match.
I am gonna.
Oh no, we're still with Dan. Dan has still that 2 more picks, doesn't he?
Oh, sorry, yeah. These are my last 2, right?
I've just remembered 2 women that I meant to pick and then forgot about and didn't.
Well, hopefully they'll still be available. Let's see what Dan does.
I've rounded my division now. I'm good.
So I'm gonna finish out Medusa Complex as well and get Charlie Evans. And need someone who just inhibits power. Gonna go with Max the Impaler.
Nice.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Max the Impaler Dadems can be in any division they damn well please, because nobody's going to tell them no.
Yeah.
Harley, where are you thinking?
Well, I've counted up. If my count's right, I've got 1, 2, 6. I've got 4 picks left, and I've used 3 international, so I can just go anywhere with this.
Yeah, go for it.
Mint. So I'll take Schlack.
Nice.
Sorry, who's that?
Schlack. SHLAK.
Yeah. Where's he from?
XPW, all that. American man's a nutter.
Extremely.
Absolute hero. And I might as well finish off like that dream XPW triple threat match and take Necro Butcher too. Go full death match with those 2.
Cool. So it is myself and Dan. We've been discussing how we're going to do these last 4 picks. And before anybody else gets them, I'm going to go to Wales and I'm going to look at the former Attack champion Nico Angelo, because I think he is extremely
Very
talented.
good.
And I'm
Yep.
going to go with new attack champion, J. Joshua.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Love Nico Angelo.
Great guy. And J. Joshua's an amazing talent, and I think both of them are underrated. Both of them need more exposure, but I love the fact that Pro Wrestling Chaos and Attack Pro Wrestling have been getting behind both of those two talents. Craig, it is your final four.
So, if I've done my calculations correct, but this all depends on me doing maths correctly. I need two more women and 2 more men to fill out the divisions, and I'm going to go for Evie Madden.
Oh, the locksmith.
I know she's
And-
going with a new gimmick now.
She'll always be the locksmith.
Evie Madden and is Angel Hayes still available?
Yes.
Yeah, good call.
Then Angel Hayes. And my final picks, I'm going into the tag division. And again, one for the future, but very, very good right now. In Act 2, Jack Nusden and Benjamin Harland.
Nice.
Brilliant.
That's Benja.
There we go.
Harlan. That is it. That is your 30. Myself and Dan have been discussing our last 2 picks.
I want to go Friends.
He wants to go Friends. I want to go to Mexico.
How we doing? We've got Portuguese, American, French.
We have no
One
luchadors.
second.
Well, Gil Blanca's a French luchador.
I'm going to go for a tag team for this year. A tag team that are going to end up getting massive this year. They train at my gym. They are wonderful people. I love them to pieces. I'm going with the Odyssey. I'm going with Artemis and Adonis Payne. I think this year they are going to break
Nice.
out and they are going to get all over the UK. They deserve to. And also, Artemis does strongwoman contests.
The wife was telling me earlier to pick those, so
So strong. And she's lovely and my daughter's favourite wrestler. So, yeah, definitely going to go with the Odyssey.
That's why I let you have them. As I say, my personal pick would have been the 2 luchadors that I had in mind, but you know, I'm gonna let Big Daddy down. We are a partnership here at TNT. So where we are, Harley, your last 2 picks.
now I'm stuck exactly the same between going with the 2 deathmatch. Well, some of the deathmatch wrestlers that aren't ticked off on my list, or some of my mates that aren't ticked off on the list, or completely ignoring the lot and apologising to probably Michael Caden, V.A. Rose, and a few other of my mates that are on this list, because my brain is now screaming at me to pick La Rebellion, Bestia 666, and Mecha Wolf.
I'm surprised it took you that long.
Bestia 666 and Mecha Wolf there.
Who were only at the TNT show where they lost the tag titles to Lycos Jim.
Yeah.
Because me and
Great
the wife
match.
picked him up from the airport that morning.
I got a great picture of the 2 just double teaming Lycos Jim, because they at one point they are just so photogenic. It's ridiculous.
I bet it doesn't have anything on the picture of Bestia when I fell asleep behind the merch stall. I've been on my feet all weekend. I was in absolute agony with like me back and everything. Load of painkillers, load of booze. And I thought, right, it's getting near the end. I'll sit down. I'll start putting stuff in boxes, and I'll be all right. I sat down and went, oh, my back doesn't hurt. Ow. And I woke up to, oh, hang on. If I turn the brightness down, you might be able to see it. I woke up to everyone going, oh, have you seen the pictures? I'm like, no, you've just watched me wake up. Oh, me lights.
Yeah, I can see where you're
I've got one of Tomby as well doing the same thing. So they all came out. Oh, Jay, where's your husband gone? She went, look down there.
Okay, Dan, HCW, who are your final 2 picks?
So this is a very tricky situation I'm in. There's so many names here that I feel like I should pick, and there's so many names as well that I feel like I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't pick them. But I think I made my choice, and I'm assuming this one's still free because I didn't mark it off. Again, unless I missed it. But if I didn't miss this, I'm very surprised they weren't taken. So there was a match that happened in Rev Pro recently, not really, about maybe at the start of the month, I'd say, in Southampton. One young guy, one more experienced guy, both incredible wrestlers though. So I'm going with JJ Gale.
Yes,
And
good
the
pick.
other half of that match is one that I'm sure someone's taken by now, but I hope I'm wrong. Is Josh Alexander.
Nobody has.
Yeah, I
No.
missed him. Good, I missed him.
Yeah, that is it. I mean, we could. Oh, it's time. It's been. I mean, we could add 10 more, but because we could. I could easily keep going right now. There are a lot of people that haven't been
I've
picked.
probably got
Big
10 more
names.
in my head.
Big names that haven't been picked yet.
But
If we go down that
I've
list,
literally just realised, deathmatch-wise, I didn't pick Masada. I love Masada.
Right, hands up who would like to make it 40 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
There we go.
again.
10
Yeah,
more,
I think I can do it.
we're adding it.
I'm going to need a bigger piece of paper.
Yes, you are.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of people
There's
I've
a
missed.
lot of names that
I'm running out of room.
I am seeing still available.
Oh, there are so many people. That is, yeah, I think I can do more.
I mean, but yeah, if you think of the international people as well, and yeah,
Mhm.
a lot of NXT UK talents that haven't been picked up yet.
And now I'm looking at NXT talent, NXT UK talent.
And obviously you've got the Scottish talent as well. That hasn't really been hit yet. So
Okay.
right, so it will be sticking with Dan from HCW then. 2 more
okay.
picks.
Cool. So, sorry, I shouldn't swear. Let's go with Nino Bryant
Oh, nice.
and on the other side of things, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Jordan Oliver.
Ooh.
Jordan Oliver, yeah. He's managed to go undrafted for quite some time. Harley.
Well, considering I've just mentioned him, Masada. I've got to.
So, yep.
And I feel like I'd let myself down if I didn't pick Jack Bennett.
Jack Bennett. Super. And myself and Dan, I think we've lined up our next two picks. It's going to be.
We're going to go for.
Yep, go for it.
Ian Skinner.
Ian Skinner,
Oh,
the man with plenty of friends,
Gone.
including us.
And Daz Black.
Yes,
Mm.
absolutely. Again, somebody who I believe's been out injured and has just recently come back. Phenomenal talent. Made a couple of Rev Pro UK appearances against Dan Maloney and Will Ospreay last year. So supremely talented. Great pick.
Yeah. Very solid pick. Back over to me.
Yes, back over to you.
So I'm going to head to the J section, and I'm going to pick out Jack Jester
Nice.
and Jack Bandicoot.
Oh, do love a bit of Bandicoot. And you got two more picks again. Are you going to choose his tag team partner?
I don't know. See, I have to pick him. I can't miss him out. I'm going to have to go with George Lydon.
George
Very good
Lydon,
shout.
Too Young to Die.
And follow George up with how can I not? Lance Rivera.
Man with too many names.
Yeah, your girlfriend's favorite wrestler.
You try ring announcing him and try to remember everything. Forget about it.
Oh, that's a big goal for me.
Yeah, because you did it for, was it Phenomenal Elite Wrestling, PEW,
I did indeed.
Stratford.
A few times. In fact, they very kindly invited me this weekend to do live commentary, but unfortunately I'm taking my son to university open day, ironically enough, for sports media.
Nice. As it well, all right. Well, back to me. Right, I'm gonna pick the luchadors that I wanted to pick, and that is Ares and Latigo, who are a tag team on GCW. I saw him part of the World Tag Team Festival last year with GCW. Ares has also been on a few shows for TNT Extreme. I really want to have a singles match with Ares and Kid Lycos, and I have them both on my roster. So I'm having a singles match of Kid Lycos versus Ares.
You've wanted that for years.
I have been wanting this for years. It's just like ever since it was not last year's 16 karat gold, the year before that 16 karat. So awesome. Right, Harley.
Oh, since I can go pretty much, I've worked out mathematically pretty much where I want. I'm going to take Neil Diamond Cutter.
Nice.
Neil Diamond Cutter.
And Jun Kasai.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
I don't know Neil
Monkey.
Diamond Cutter.
Huh?
I don't know Neil Diamond Cutter.
Oh, he's amazing. He's about 5'5". He's fully wee bloke. Absolutely mental. He's done both of the Bleeding Gums shows up in Scotland so far. Like, get onto YouTube and look at some of his matches. He comes out to Sweet Caroline.
Then,
like, immediately, like, staple guns people's tongues and stuff.
Isn't there footage
he's
of
an absolute hero.
I think I saw a clip of John Moxley singing "Sweet Caroline" pissed up in a match against him. I think it was still Moxley singing "Sweet Caroline." Yeah,
I've actually got a diamond cutter figure just up here. If I can grab it.
I thought you were going to stick your tongue out and say, I've got a staple. That's awesome.
That is
With
really
the-
cool.
With the staple gun.
oh,
It's look, he's at the TNT shows, right? So he does custom belts and tiny deathmatch figures. So
That's cool.
I've got like Diamond Cutter, Big Joe, Necro, Schlack. What else have we got there? An Atticus Koga, Michael Caden. Yeah, they're
Give
awesome.
away your picks. Dan, HCW.
I've got most of them now.
So been looking at this list, been scanning it a little.
You do
Trying to
need
see
some
who's-
British talent, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been going very abroad, haven't I? So gonna go a bit more British, as you said. Do you know, go with these three actually, why not? Because they're all three young guys. Let's go with them. They're gonna build the future. With Leon Cage.
Oh yeah, great young talent from New Wave Wrestling under Brendan White.
Exactly, yeah. Go keep a similar sort of theme with Shane Hooker.
Yeah, again, amazing young talent.
Gonna go over as well to the UK, another country in the UK, sorry, and go with Logan Smith.
Logan Smith.
And then my fourth one, I didn't even think about it. So you know what? Let's get a bit more experience in there. Joseph Connors.
Oh, good pick.
great choice.
I think he was the only person who actually chose to leave NXT UK.
Mm-hmm.
Back to
Yeah, that
Harley.
way.
I
PA
like
Rose
Jimmy.
and Michael Caden.
So Michael Caden, and what was the other? Oh, BA Rose.
BA Rose.
Yeah.
Finish off the deathmatch outlaws, lads.
These two are
You've pretty much got the Kumite roster.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dan, it's on us, and yeah, there's so many we could. It's like who are you gonna pick?
Well, out of the two tag teams I've just mentioned, you choose out of the
See,
two.
I think you should get out of the four picks that we said you'd get. I would go with both of the two tag teams over. I know, but it's our friends.
All right, Axel Tiska and Big Damo.
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, gonna have to go with that one. And then I will just try and decide what to do about my last two.
Yeah. Craig, up to
Okay, so since mentioned Phenomenal Elite Wrestling, I think I'm gonna select, I believe, their current tag team champions in Smashing Mike and Martin Kirby.
I'm happy about that because Mike was
yeah.
the one I was about to leave off.
I'm not sure what they if they have a tag team yet. Is it Project Smashing or Smashing Ego?
Either or, I think. And then going to go with Natalie Sykes.
Ooh, yep, the 20th century liability.
And Nadia Sapphire.
Good choice.
So Dan, I'm gonna let you do these two. What was your decision?
Oh, it's it's going to have to be the Welsh boys.
Yes, I agree.
So it's going to have to be Danny Jones and Brendan White.
Greedy souls. I can't believe they haven't been picked yet. So happy to have the
they were
great
next for
tag
me.
team. So Harley.
So I'm on 9 international out of 10, so I can't pick the tag team I was thinking of earlier.
Have you got
We've
well,
had an extra half a tag team.
Yeah, I was gonna say as long as you've got 9 internationals, but you've got a few Japanese and a few Americans. You haven't got 10 American or 10 Japanese, so technically you still have space.
I've got what, one?
Because you can have.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're since we've gone up to 40 anyway as well.
Ah, fair enough. I'll have Rosemary and Havoc then.
Oh,
Rosemary and Havoc.
Get some decay in there.
Yeah.
Indeed. Dan HCW, you will be finishing up your picks.
Yes. So I'm working out. I'm not really sure what I need now. Okay. This is me live thinking, by the way. This is not just like me. I ain't putting perfect or anything. This is me genuinely reading this list and being like, okay, who can I add?
Put your bucket hat on.
We did come up
Exactly.
with a database, but obviously there's still names missing. But there's still a lot of names available.
Yeah,
Big
absolutely.
names.
So how many have I got? Is it 4 here, or is it my final
Yeah,
two?
yeah. You've got 4 picks here.
Okay.
And that'll finish you off for picks.
Sweet. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go with. See, now I'm doubting myself now. It's like these are my last ones. It's like, who do I go for?
The fans will be voting for it, so
there are people shouting the names of certain wrestlers at the
Yeah.
screen right now, saying, "Why have you not picked this person?"
Think it
Let
through.
me channel the thoughts of the people.
I do know my next 2, but there are still people I'm thinking, oh, I wish I had.
You know what? Let's go. Let's do this one. And then that. Yeah, okay, yeah. So let's do a Luna.
Aluna, yes,
Very
amazing
nice.
talent.
We'll go across the pond. We'll go with Dark Sheik.
Yep.
Very good.
And I've actually not gone to Europe or Ireland at all in my ones. So
No.
let's rectify that and go with Maggot and Baby Allison.
Nice. It is your final picks, Harley.
I will say, was I've lost the list I was just looking at. I'm going to take Tony Wright.
The leading man.
Very nice.
And I've started to organise them on paper now by like tag team and whatnot. And I have gone way too deathmatch.
Well, the deathmatch fans are going to be voting for your one, obviously.
Yeah. And I'll take Gene Money.
Oh.
A big dog.
I could have sworn he'd gone. That's why I didn't pick him. Silly.
Oh my god. All right. Our final 2 picks, and it's on me. I'm gonna go to Europe. I'm gonna go to WXW. I'm gonna get their current Unified World Champion and Robert Dreisker, because I think he is one of the best super heavyweights in the world right now. And then I'm going to go to Hungary for Peter Tahani, an amazing young talent, 23 years old, was in the 16 carat final this year after going to the semi-finals the year before that. Let's say amazing young talent, somebody is also my wife's favorite wrestler. So, and Craig, it is down to you for your final two picks. What's he thinking? Is he going to go to TNA?
No pressure.
You feel like he gets so serious, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I want a better roster than you.
It's okay. So I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick to the UK. I'm gonna go with. I forget who else I chose now, but I'm gonna go with Lucia Lee. Stick with the Midlands. And now it gets tough. I'm going to go Lucia Lee and just give me a second to figure this out. It is, yeah, even though it has no impact on the real world, I need this.
Do you remember when we had to pop the boys on for the draft last time, Dan, and when we chose Leon Slater? He was just like, no, and his wife had thought something had happened. It's like, no, just a completely nonsensical draft, and he picked somebody I wanted. But Craig, final pick.
Yeah, so Lucia Lee and Ronnie Knox.
Nice.
Very nice.
See, I think you guys really actually strengthened the women's division towards the end, and myself and Dan didn't there. So, although we have an excellent roster of women, ours is probably the smallest women's roster. I think you guys might have stronger, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, it's go very well.
Do I want to go through and just should we? Because I wonder if that's going to take too long. Does everybody have their own?
Nobody chose Eddie Dennis. Can't believe nobody chose Eddie Dennis.
Sam Bradwell,
Yeah.
Ashton Smith.
Yeah, it's a lot of people missing.
Too many people missing. Yeah, far too many people. Tommy Kyle would have been a great pick for the young British. Somebody I left off the list, and which is Truman Roswell. He would have been a great pick at some point. Shay Monet would have been an excellent draft pick. It's just Rampage. How is Will Cruz?
I can't believe I missed Endakara.
Endakara, from Sweden. Currently at BJW.
The Smoking Aces as well. Charlie Sterling and Nick Riley.
Charlie Sterling, Nick Riley didn't get.
The 8-7. Like, there's so many people.
That's how talented the British wrestling scene is, and I think that's the idea behind when we do these drafts. Is we just want to show off how talented the British wrestling scene is. And, for new listeners, for people who might listen and go, oh, I've not heard that name, I'll check that name out. I still remember Slam Masters once telling us, I can't remember who it was exactly, but they're like, I booked this person because you guys were talking about him on our show. And that's really nice to hear. So, and I was chatting to Dave DeMark, and he said he'd never heard of Mike DiVecchio. He's a big Rev Pro UK guy. And he said, apart from my show, and I'd been mentioning, and he was just like, yeah, everything you said about him. I love feedback like that. It's great. Has everybody got their own list written down? Or is it just me looking at everybody's?
I was ticking a random sheet of paper and then I just started writing it out, and I'm missing like 4 of my picks.
I
don't know where I put them.
Yeah, I came in with a list and I had to take a lot of people off it and didn't replace them. So that list is just gone now.
I've got these little flashcard thingies that I have here. So I've got all that on like one.
Now, Andy, you've just got to watch it back and write them down, mate.
There we go. There we go. As I say, I did have it
Look
all
at that.
written down. So I was going to say, does everybody want to go through their own picks? But if I'm the only one who's got them written down, do I really want to? No, they're going to be written down on a thing, and we'll post them all on Twitter. And as I say, we will run a poll, and we will ask the fans to vote on the rosters that we have drafted. It's been a good laugh. I've enjoyed having every single one of you on the show.
It's been a lot of fun.
This has been a lot of fun, absolutely.
We'll have to do a quiz show again. Big Daddy Dan, you mentioned it earlier. I think a quiz show would be fun to do again. I'm sure I can get that arranged.
I've got elections at the beginning of May, and then I'm buggering off to New Orleans at the end of May. So somewhere.
Oh, look at you!
Must be nice.
I know. I'm dead lucky. I am so excited.
Well, that means I'm going to be looking for co-guest hosts in the near future. So I'm happy that I'm sure I'll be in contact with every one of you to come and just be a regular co-host when I just go through the latest announcements from the British wrestling scene. We'll go through matches and things. So that'll be a lot of fun to do. But we have been nearly 2 hours, so I think it's probably time to kill the show. How do I stop the share? There we go. And so to sign it off, we have just been 5 random people drinking tea, talking about grown adults wrestling in tights. That is why we are Tea in Tights. Support independent wrestling. Oh, sorry.
I've got wrong.
What have you got wrong?
I've written Decay down as one person instead of the 2.
That's why
you're Decay going. I know what that is.
There we go. So yeah, as we always say, support independent wrestling, support independent wrestlers, support independent wrestlers, wrestling promotions, support independent wrestling podcasts that support independent wrestling, and most importantly, don't feed the trolls.